Hello, and welcome to Math Bars. Let's learn about equivalent fractions by using chocolate bars to help demonstrate the fractions. Alexis, JP, and Alvin were given one candy bar each. However, they are only allowed to eat a certain amount of their candy. Alexis was allowed to eat one half of her candy bar. JP was allowed to eat 2/4 of his candy bar. Alvin was allowed to eat 3/6 of his candy bar. Alvin and JP were really upset because they thought Alexis was allowed to eat more of her candy bar. So now let's look at the fractional part that they are allowed to eat. Alexis was allowed to eat a half. JP was allowed to eat 2/4. And Alvin was allowed to eat 3/6. So now, just by looking at those candy bars, who do you think ate more of their candy bar? Was it Alexis? Hmm. Was it Alvin? Think real hard. Was it JP? Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a demonstration to show you who ate the most or who did not eat the most, or did they all eat the same amount. So let's demonstrate so you can see.
Let's get started with the demonstration using chocolate bars to illustrate equivalent fractions. Each student was given one whole chocolate bar, but they was only allowed to eat a certain amount. Alexis could only eat half of her chocolate bar, her whole chocolate bar, and we took it and split it into halves. So she had two halves, and she could only eat a half of that chocolate bar. JP also was given a whole chocolate bar, but he could only eat 2/4 of his chocolate bar. So we took it, the whole, and broke it into four pieces. One, two, three, four. And he was only allowed to eat 2/4 of this chocolate bar, which became a half of a chocolate bar. Now you're wondering, how did we get a half out of 2/4? Well, first you have to find a common factor for 2/4. And the common factor is 2. So you take 2, divide it into 2, and it give you 1. Take 2, divide it into 4, and it give you 2. So that's how you get your 1/2. Alvin also was given a whole chocolate bar, and he was only allowed to eat 3/6 of his candy bar. We took the whole candy bar and broke each individual pieces into 12. So he had 12 over 12, because 12 pieces equals one whole candy bar. And he was allowed to eat 3/6. So he could eat three, one, two, three, and have half left. He ate half and had half left. You're wondering, how did we come up with that also? Well, you also have to find a common factor for 3/6. The common factor for 3/6 is 3. 3 divided by 3 will give you 1. 3 divided by 6 will give you 2. And that's how we came up with 1/2. So now you know how much Alvin, Alexis, and JP was allowed to eat. So, did you get it right?
Did you get it right? See, you know you had a half and 1/2, and you had 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 2/4. Then you had 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 gave you 3/6. And as you can see, Alvin, JP, and Alexis are just as happy as they could be because they all ate the same amount. So I hope you got it right. In summary, 1/2, 2/4, and 3/6 all have the same value. We call fractions with the same value equivalent fractions because they are all simplified to 1/2. So now I hope you have learned about equivalent fractions, and I hope this really helped you. So you have a good day, and thank you for tuning in with me.